Are central government employees set to get a 30 to 34% salary hike as part of the 8th Pay Commission? Well, as per an Ambit Capital report, the 8th Pay Commission's recommendations are likely to be implemented in FY27 and are likely to benefit around 1 crore central government employees with a 30 to 34% rise in salary. For those now wondering what exactly is the 8th Pay Commission and how does it work? Well, every decade a commission is constituted to review and revise pay structures. Now this of course is for central government employees and pensioners, including defence personnel as well as retirees as a whole. So now what really is the way forward? Well, recommendations are expected to be submitted by 2025 end, and the 8th Pay Commission is likely then to come into effect from either FY27 or early 2026. These really are the expectations. Remember, the current pay structure based on the 7th Pay Commission came into effect in January 2016 and drastically simplified the pay structure altogether. So that really is of course what we have witnessed at the moment. Expectations are the 8th Pay Commission will revise the basic pay scale for central government employees, and this, remember, will come as a big boost for them. They of course are also expecting, analysts are also expecting that the 8th Pay Commission will ensure dearness allowance is in alignment with inflation and pension revisions are also in line with new pay structures. Crucial to note here that the fitment factor is really a multiplier used to revise the basic pay of government employees. Now, for those wondering what is the fitment factor and what is the estimate, as per Ambit Capital's recent report, the estimated fitment factor is in the range of 1.83 to 2.46. The minimum pay, that means, could increase in the range of 32,940 to around 44,280 rupees. This calculation, remember, is based on the fact that the basic salary is multiplied with the fitment factor to determine the revised wage really for central government employees. Now, for those wondering how does this really work, well, the fitment factor is basically what it is. It's calculated with the new basic salary and then it is forming the new basic salary for the pay commission. Now, if multiplied, for instance, as an example, if multiplied with 1.83, the lower end of the fitment factor range shared by Ambit Capital, the minimum salary could rise to 32,940 rupees, which means 18,000 rupees if multiplied, which is the base salary, with 1.83 gives us 32,940 rupees. So this really is the lower end. Now the upper end of the estimated range, the minimum salary could surge to rupees 44,280, which means again 18,000 multiplied by 2.46, which is the upper end of the fitment factor, and that really could be the revised salary. So these really are the examples. Remember, the lower end and the higher end of the fitment factor is what we have given you as examples to understand that the fitment factor is nothing but the number that is multiplied with the basic pay to determine the new salary for the government employee, the new basic pay that will be let out. So the broader aim really is to ensure more equitable really compensation across the roles, as well as to be aware of the crucial economic impact that increased take-home pay will have on consumption, housing quality, healthcare access, leisure activities, and economic growth as well. So the next pay revision could be a game changer, not just for government employees, but for the broader Indian economy as well, as the government is expected to bear, remember, around 1.8 lakh crore rupees additional burden for this.